hello, hello. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. I'm excited to get started today. I'm excited to play. I hope that you guys are all having a good day and a good week. Give me just a couple of minutes to get a couple more people on. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, hello. If you don't know me, my name is Shannon Smith. I'm on the inspiration team for Brutus Monroe, and I'm so excited to go live and to play with you guys today. So I think we'll just go ahead and get started. I think we'll go ahead, and we've got a few people on. Hello, everyone. So bear with me while I give you a ride onto my other little thing so that you can, excuse my technical terms, have to switch my camera view a little bit. All right.
Georgia says hello. Robin says hello.
Robin said hello, and who else?
Georgia.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Georgia.
And Wanda says you look beautiful.
Oh, Wanda, you are so sweet. Thank you. Hello, Wanda. Okay, so I want to show you this box. This is beautiful. This is the Whistling Windmills inspiration box, and it's actually August's inspiration box. I'm a little late to the game here, but I did want to show it to you because there are so many awesome things in this box. So if you're not familiar with the inspiration box, it's a monthly box that you can sign up for. It's $34.99, I believe, a month, or close
Roxanne,
to that.
So Roxanne says hello. Kathy.
Hi, Roxanne. Hi,
Tina.
Kathy. Hi, Tina.
Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Lots of people.
Hello, hello. Okay, so this is the Whistling Windmills box. Anyway, this is a subscription you can sign up for, or you can buy them individually while supplies last. Like I said, this one is actually from August, but I'm a little late, so I just wanted to show you. This is the stamp set that came with it. And I think it's probably called, yeah, it's called Whistling Windmills, and I've got it out of there because we are going to use this today. And you can see I have to remember to turn this around. Look at how beautiful. I love all of the sentiments. I love this windmill. I love this field. Look at these hot air balloons. So many fun things. I have seen some amazing cards done with this set so far. So you get this. Let me show you some other things. These cards come in the kits, and they are really neat. They are printed on perfect blend paper, which makes it easier to blend like your alcohol inks. That's probably the thing that it's best known for, but you can also use it for the aqua pigments, whatever. But these are beautiful. These also, because they have toner, it's printed with toner, you can use these with foil, with the deco foil, or however you want to do that. I'll show you the designs really quick since I've got them out anyway. This one I think is my favorite. And then I guess I need to hold them this way, sorry. You've got this cute fence and the little owl. And then we've got this wishing well. I already showed you that one. And then there's this kind of like Tudor style house. And then there's this pretty field. Oh, thanks, Ben.
No problem.
All right. Ben always brings me the tablet so I can make sure I'm showing you things right side up and the camera's where it goes. So I'm just going to throw those back in there. Actually, I'll just do this later because it'll be faster. Okay, so then, you may have seen me use the Velveteen Glaze, which I love. But this color, look at this color, is gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it. I believe it's called Bellini. Yeah, Peach Bellini. And it is so pretty. I need to try it out so I can see how it dries, but I like it already. And then I've got this cute stencil so I can make some more of the hot air balloons. These are perfect. These are perfect, especially if you like to make ATCs. They're just the right size, but you could do so many things, cards, scrapbook pages, whatever on that. And then each month with your subscription, you also get these really cute enamel pins. And you can see this cute windmill one. And they are so fun to collect. I love them. Okay, so then This kit actually came with this windmill die as well, which is really awesome. Christopher Ellen used this on a card not too long ago, and it looks absolutely fabulous. And then you've got your sequins, and look at how many you get. There are so many in there. These will last you a long time. And I love the ribbon. So you get all of these goodies, and then you get a selection of paper as well. I'll just quickly show you that. You get this beautiful glitter stock, and then there's a selection of cardstock colors. These are the colors that I got this month. So I just wanted to give you a little preview of all of that. And Darren is posting links. I haven't thanked Darren yet. Darren is my husband, and he is always so sweet to moderate for me. He keeps me on track. So we are going to go ahead and set this aside. We actually probably need the stamps. Did I take them out? Yes, I did. I moved them over here. Okay. So Whistling Windmills. Michelle?
Michelle says hi.
Hi, Michelle. Okay, so today, for today's project, I want to show you a card. First of all, let me say this. I personally love to color. Love to color. But I also have a lot of crafty friends who aren't really big fans of coloring. So I wanted to show, because this is such a detailed, beautiful set, I wanted to show an alternative of just a quick way to get some color on your card without having to be all precise. I will show you, this is a card I made where I did color. I used colored pencils on this, and I used the windmill stamp. You can see just such a fun stamp set. Love this. But today I wanted to use the field, so I'm going to show you how I went about doing a card without having to color so much. So we're going to go ahead and use the Misti. If you have never used a Misti, then you need to try one out. They are really cool. I lined mine up so that I just kind of lined it up with the paper pad, just so I knew where I had it. And then I am using the Perfect Blend paper because I'm going to be using ink.
Beautiful.
Who said that?
Jen.
Oh, thanks, Jen. Okay, so this is all lined up and ready to go. And I was able to use the little grid on the outside how I wanted to. You can see there's lots of features. We'll go over that another day, just because there's a lot we want to accomplish. So I don't want to talk too much about one thing, but I am going to use some of this purple tape, which I love, just to kind of hold it in place a little bit more. Because sometimes your stamp will stick to your paper, and we don't want that. So I'm going to use my Detail Raven ink. This is amazing ink. I will say this, I do have another panel I'm going to use that I allowed to dry longer. Because when you're using, we're going to do some ink blending, and when you do that, you want to make sure that your black ink is completely dry. And so I wanted to give it plenty of time. You can heat set it, whatever, but
Katie Banger is watching.
Hi, Katie. Okay, so we are going to go ahead, and one thing about the Misti that's so nice is that you can just kind of push on the areas that, like, I'll show you, because this is such a detailed stamp, there might be little areas that didn't show up right away. So you can see that there's little spots where the stamp hasn't made contact with the paper enough. So I can just go through and I can just push right where I want to. And the best part is you can do it more than once. If I don't feel like I had enough ink on that, I can re-ink my stamp and everything's where it needs to be so that it's all lined up. All right. So we're gonna, I do like one more go at it. So we're just gonna ink it up one more time. We're just gonna push that in a little bit. Okay, so I should tell you right off the bat, we're not gonna color the entire image. I'm gonna show you kind of a fun technique was kind of out of my comfort zone, which made it kind of fun because I tend to, like I said, I love to color and I love lots of layers. So I'm interested to share with you what I did because it's a little different than my norm. Okay, I think we've got the whole image pretty close on there. But like I said, I cheated anyway. So we are going to use this other one that I already have that's dry. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to take these, I don't know if you guys have used the simple blends, but these are awesome. You've got your stencil that's got the cutout in it, which is perfect. You can see this is actually cut a little bit smaller because we're going to have a mat, but you can see it's cut the same size as a card front, a typical card front. And you could just use that and do so many things, but you've also got the negative, so you can do it either way. We are going to use ours today this way. Now, I should also point out the pixie spray. This is great when you're doing something like ink blending and you need your stencil to stay in place. I'm just going to spray a tiny bit of this on there. It already has a little bit on it, so I don't need very much. And we are just going to place that over on this side. I think we'll put it, let's put it about right there. And so you can see it's sticking to it with that pixie spray. If you love to stencil and you haven't discovered pixie spray, you definitely want to give it a shot. It is amazing. I don't know how I ever did it without it now. Don't you love tools like that for crafting that you're like, how did I ever manage this without this? Wouldn't it be great to be the person to think something like that up? I can do a lot of things, but I'm just not quite that clever to come up with those ideas. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this tape too, because it's a little stickier than my purple tape. And I just don't want this moving on me. So we are going to use some Simon Hurley inks today. And I love Simon Hurley ink. I love how vivid it is, and it's going to work out great for our project. So we are going to take our Pink and Main blending brush and our Over the Moon Simon Hurley ink. And the first thing we're going to do is we are just going to get our brush all juiced up. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this right in the center. Kind of where the sunset or the sunrise, I'm not sure which, you can decide. Maybe more of a sunrise. Kind of where it meets the horizon. Okay, I think we've got that pretty well covered. We can always add some more on top of the next layer if we want, but for now we've got the main idea going on. Okay, let me find my, there they are. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I actually did this ahead of time, and so that I could make some masks. So we are going to, I just went ahead and cut where the horizon line was because I wanted a separate part for the sky and a separate part for the field. So first I think we'll do, let's do the sky first. And so I just kind of loosely cut this, somewhat loosely, not really, really loosely, because you want to mask the right parts. And I'm going to see if I can find the end of my washi tape so I can use this mask on there. Does anybody have any questions so far? I'm kind of talking your ear off probably. Okay, so we are going to put that on that side. And we'll use this on this side. I think we've got it in the right spot. Okay, now we're going to take...
Veronica Cruz says hello.
Hi, Veronica. We are going to use our Clear Skies. This is probably my favorite my favorite Simon Hurley ink color. I just think it's so pretty. And we are going to use, I have 2 brushes, and I just, this one I've got kind of going on with the blues. I'll probably get one for each of the color families just because it's easier. But, so we've got our bottom half of our circle covered. So we are going to create our sky now.
Belinda Waters says hello.
Hi, Belinda. And we're just going to create our sky. And I'm going darker around the edge than I am. We're kind of, because we've got our light source in the middle. So I'm not going as heavy in the middle. I'll put a little bit more of that on, especially since it's such a pretty color. I think we've about got that covered. Maybe one more. Okay, so we've got our sky set up now. Now we can move on to our field. So far, nothing too detailed, right? Not too hard of coloring. The ink blending is pretty easy. So now we can take that mask off.
Belinda says she has a brush for every color, so she doesn't stress about painting them very well.
I love that, Belinda. I didn't think I would want to do that, but I do. I definitely want one that's just for red, just for blues, just for yellows, just for greens. Okay, so we're gonna move this down a little bit and cover up our sky. So that we can do our grass. Now, I have to tell you that for the brushes on this, I got these are like from the Dollar Tree. They're like just really cheap little brushes. You have to watch the cosmetics because sometimes they get these little ones. And these are going to be what we use to do our field. You could also probably use like a stipple brush for, well, that will be more for the purple. I'll show you that in a minute. But just something, you know, get creative, try different things out. It's just paper, right? So worst case scenario, it's not your thing. You can know you want to try something else next time. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a layer of green on here. And I'm not worrying too much. There is going to be purple on top of this.
Which ink are you using?
This is Simon Hurley. This ink is Later Gator. And again, I'm going heavier on the outer edge and getting lighter towards the center. And this is, like I said, lazy coloring because we are not really going to get all precise. We're just gonna be loose and free when we do this. All right. I think we just about have this one covered. All right. So I think we've got enough green on that. We could, well, I don't know. I like lots of color. I think we'll put just a tiny bit more on there. Especially since it's probably even faded a little bit from your view through the camera. So we'll give it a little bit more oomph. Okay, so now I'm taking Crown Me and I am just going to take this little tiny brush and this reminded me of like a lavender field. I just thought it was really pretty and I'm not even really blending so much as I'm just kind of patting it on. Just kind of following the rows. Again, I will go heavier along the edge and lighter towards the light source. And you can see I'm just kind of squishing it on there, patting it on there. I guess tapping really would be a better descriptive for that.
Jen says that's a great technique.
Oh, thank you, Jen. It's a fun technique, and it's definitely, I'm all about stuff that makes life easier, right? But I do really enjoy coloring. Sometimes it's just nice to relax and sit back and color, but sometimes you just don't have that luxury. Sometimes we just need to bang out some cards, and this is a nice one for that. Kind of like fussy cutting. People either really enjoy fussy cutting or they really don't. Are you a fussy cutter or a colorer or not? So I think we've almost got our color that we want. We don't want too much, too close to, like I said, this kind of light source, but I do think we need more down here at the bottom.
Jeanette Murphy has joined.
Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for joining. Okay, we almost have it, I think. I would love to see a lavender field in real life. Have any of you guys ever seen one?
Jen says she's coloring right now.
Nice.
She loves the color.
Woman after my own heart. I love to, because it's something you can do. You can sit with your family and watch TV, but you're still being productive. Okay, I think we just about have our filled. And if you really wanted to, you could even use a couple of different shades of ink if you wanted to get crazy and get a little bit more depth in there. So we're going to go ahead and peel this back and see where we're at. I do think we might have to add a little bit more sky because I think there was a little line. Yeah, there's a little line right here that we can fix pretty easily. That's one of the nice things about this paper too, is it's pretty forgiving. So it doesn't take a lot to just kind of blend that in together. See, already that line is disappearing. Okay. So let's see what we've got here.
Ken Bull has joined.
Hi, Ken. So this way we've got kind of a fun effect of just having part of our card colored. I will show you, I will show you what I did next. I'll show you the finished card. And this could work, you could do all kinds of things. You could actually color ahead of time. You could just do some ink blending and then stamp this on top. It's good to just kind of look at your image and see where you want the color to lay. But I will show you, here is the finished card. And like I said, this is outside my comfort zone. It was fun to make because I have a hard time making the clean and simple cards. I like to do this. So I went ahead and added the sentiment that says, "I appreciate your kindness." And I really didn't want to take too much away from the design of the graphic, the stamp. So one thing I did do is I did put a little piece of white on this once it was past the circle, just so that you could see the gold embossing on it better. And then I just ripped a little piece of vellum and embossed that gilded, this is gilded embossing powder that I used here. I used, these little sequins are from the Magical Mouse inspiration box, and I thought that those worked really well with it. And then I just used some Lagoon cardstock and some Raven cardstock, and simple enough. And the nice thing about this card is it's pretty flat, so it'd be an easy one to send in the mail. I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. Does anybody have any questions? I do want to point out again, look at the different looks you can get. You could add a hot air balloon there. I have seen some gorgeous cards. But here is that stamp set again. You can see all of the great sentiments. There's you make me smile. Hello, my friend. Thank you. I miss you. I appreciate your kindness. And then you could add some clouds. I just want, like I said, I wanted to keep this one fairly simple, and it was an exercise in self-control for me to not just keep going, adding and adding and adding.
Wanda and Michelle both like the card.
Oh, thank you so much, Wanda and Michelle. It was a fun one to make. I'm going to flip the phone back up so I can say goodbye to you face to face-ish. I guess ish, since it's really on through our social media. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun, and I will do this again next week. Next week, I usually do these on Wednesdays at the same time, but next week I am changing things up. I will likely do this on Thursday. So I will keep you posted one way or the other, and I hope to see you then. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.